Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, April 7th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I allow my actions to bring me into balance and harmony. And we have a full moon in Libra happening later this evening, 7:35 p.m. Pacific time. And I feel like right now, with everything, Astro included, we're like on a surfboard, and wow, it's very choppy. It's very, very, very choppy water. The Astro through the day definitely has challenges in it. It's a very weird warning. Don't get electrocuted. Now, that doesn't mean just physically. Like, definitely don't stick your finger in a socket. But, like, also that feeling of being electrocuted, you know, from the shock of things, from the energetics, even just like all the energies that are happening right now, technology, any of that, really grounding yourself, staying grounded, and I don't know if still is the right word, but is balanced in yourself and in your actions as physically possible. So I want to build the stage to the full moon, which is our last astrological engagement of the day. We start with Mars and Uranus squaring each other. So we have Mars in the sign of Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus. So really strong electrical energies, and it may be like also like almost like feeling of like a cattle prod and how that might make you move. That's like Mars and Aquarius right now. And then Uranus we have in Taurus, which is reminding us we need to stay grounded. But that's really affecting us on like the lower root chakra, sacral chakra levels. Like we're really feeling this energy and like the unsettledness of the world, whether it's through the earthquakes or what's like happening in regards to the virus or anything else. We're really feeling very unsettled. This square, there is resistance. And so that Mars and Aquarius energy, Mars always is ready to move, to act. And especially as we are in the season of Aries right now, Aries again wants to move, it wants to act. And then we have this Uranus energy, which is like ground in, ground in, get those roots even deeper. So be very aware. My feeling is this is very triggering on like that shock level, very electrical shock. So it may be like emotional, physical, spiritual, any of those levels. But like if you can ground yourself, that is the antidote. That is the healing. That is the elixir in and through this, and will help you maintain that equilibrium, which is what we're really working for in this energy. I think, you know, we can be knocked over fairly easily by the things right now, and it's like, nope, ground, equilibrium, that's what we need and want. We have Mercury, also very active, of course, right? Because it's not enough just to have those electrical vibrations going on. We have Mercury connecting to Pluto and Jupiter. So we're still moving away from this Pluto-Jupiter energy. And that Mercury reminds us again, there is so much more going on than what we realize. And we do have to, as part of it, take like that big picture overview for what is happening and kind of take it with a grain of salt. Like there is a spiritual plan in all of this. What is my purpose? Can I listen to my higher self in this? That Pluto energy, it may want you to try to like control things, especially if you're feeling a little rocked by these energies. So just be very aware of that. One thing I want to say, usually I feel so wired by a full moon. I feel so tired in this. And I think it's like, you know, like when you're standing on those balls and like it helps you build abs from standing on those balls. I'm getting really funny looks over there. I feel like it's in part us trying to hold that equilibrium that is like exhausting right now, in addition to all kinds of other things, new DNA, energy upgrades, all kinds of things. But in part, it's also the effort of trying to stay in the balance. And balance is not a stagnant state. It is very hard to get into balance and just stand there because we're always being rocked by things. So balance is a fluid state of coming out of balance and back into balance. And so just realize that if you come out of your balance, that is normal, that's okay, and that is expected. All right, so we have all that building to the full moon. The full moon, like I said, 7:35 p.m. Pacific time. Full moon in Libra. So we want to bring forth the yin. We want to find balance in the yin and the yang with this energy, within ourselves, with the giving and the receiving that we're doing. In the light that we're being able to bring forward, and the darkness that we also have to move through with this full moon energy and everything else that is going on. This moon is slightly aligned with that Neptune energy. So it's again like as you're finding your equilibrium in this flow that we've got going on. But the Sabian symbols for this are really interesting. I have them up on my computer. For 18, Libra is two men placed under arrest. And the keynote, a breakdown in the constructive relationship between the individual and society and the expectable result. I'm not going to read more than that, but the Sabian symbol for Libra, 19, because we're right in between. It's right at the end of 18 degrees. A gang of robbers in hiding. And the keynote is protest against disharmonic social privilege. And actually brings up Robin Hood and revolutionary energy. I feel like that part of this balance and part of the out of balanceness that we're feeling right now is that we have been out of balance. And it's like when a floor's gone this way for so long, you get used to it and it starts to feel normal to you. And so this is part of the evening out that's happening right now. And so again, we all may feel a little bit more out of balance than usual, but really what is happening, it's not that the world is getting thrown out of balance with this. It is getting brought back into balance. And what we're all being called to do is find what does this harmony look like within. Balanced yin and yang energies, a balance between the heart and the brain, honoring the soul, aligning with that soul purpose energy. That's 100% the work that we're doing. And God, I swear everything comes back to balance. Whenever I'm doing the astro, I'm like, there's that balance lesson again. So this is a really, really important thing. The sun in Aries reminds us that balance and harmony in the world starts right here, right in our I am energy. So I encourage you to do the work starting here. All right, so I think that's all I'm going to do for that full moon. I do have a card, but I want to show you these other cards first. I pulled a Divine Feminine card for this. I have the Abundance card, which is Zorba the Buddha. Balance in the physical, grounding, being here in the reality. We are in these human bodies to be here in this reality, and yet having that spiritual connection is very important and will help us get into this space. Besides that, I got some challenges. I feel like this is the electrical energies of the Mars and the Mercury and the Uranus stuff. It may cause triggers. It may cause some breakdowns. It's at 5 degrees. 5 degrees is that degree of change. It may even be just pushing us over the level of like where we're holding on to the status quo. That status quo isn't quo anymore, you know? So, we're feeling this energy, and yet we're encouraged to find our place here. Meanwhile, we got isolation and comparison. I have to laugh because this is how it balances for me. Isolation. We're meant to do this work here, but this is a swords card. Watch where your mind is going. I know it's very challenging for people in and through these states, but this is why we do the work, so that we can show up here, and hopefully soon, especially those who are isolated alone right now, which is just, sending heart waves to you. Hopefully, very soon we can find that human connection again in the reality realms. All right. besides that, I wanted to read this because this to me speaks to and of parents. We're struggling in all of this as well. The Fatima card, the mother of, I'm probably not going to say this right, imams? Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. When your soul selects her card, we can get caught up in the ego's idea of who we need to become or of what we need to achieve. Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and remind us of what's core, what's solid earth to the soul family, even if family means a few beloved friends. What matters most is the love and gratitude we bring to those who are there for us, and the love and gratitude we feel when they show up for us. Nurturing, protecting, and taking care of the ones we love is a sacred occupation. My great-grandmother, Big Margie, advised me that if I ever had children, I needed to make sure I got paid for it. I had no clue what she was talking about. The idea was so foreign. Big Margie believed that women should have a wage for their time they spent raising children, so that their work would at last be valued. The role of housewife or of stay-at-home mom is sacred if it's consciously chosen. It is a profound contribution to raise and reconstitute the world. There is a legacy of love that can be inherited by the whole family from such undivided attention and presence. Fatima restores the significance and importance to the spiritual path of motherhood. Fatima is also a call to step back, take a deep breath, and take inventory of how much you can be grateful for right now in this moment. She releases you from unreal expectations of yourself. Whether you have mothered a child, a friend, or yourself, Fatima helps you see the vital role the nurturer provides. She offers the perspective that says, love is the family we all belong to, and gratitude is the state of wealth we live in. I'm going to remind you of that because this is why I was like, I have to read this card because of this. Love is the family we belong to, and gratitude is the state of wealth we get to live in. We all need to remember that as we are changing up what we value in this world at this time. Soul Voice Meditation. What am I most grateful for in this moment? And the intention is, love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Powerful. All right, so that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.